Advice to Adhar about renunciation. Master. Nivriti alone is good, and not pravriti. 3 Once, when I was in a God-intoxicated state, I was asked to go to the manager of the Kali temple to sign the receipt for my salary. They all did it here. But I said to the manager, I cannot do that. I am not asking for any salary. You may give it to someone else if you want. I am the servant of God alone. Whom else shall I serve? Malik noticed the late hours of my meals and arranged for a cook. He gave me 1 rupee for a month's expenses. That embarrassed me. I had to run to him whenever he sent for me. It would have been quite a different thing if I had gone to him of my own accord. In leading the worldly life, one has to humor mean-minded people and do many such things. After the attainment of my exalted state, I noticed how things were around me and said to the Divine Mother, "O Mother, please change the direction of my mind right now, so that I may not have to flatter rich people." To Adhar, be satisfied with the job you have. People hanker after a post paying 50 or 100 rupees. And you are earning 300 rupees. You are a deputy magistrate. I saw a deputy magistrate at Kamarpakor. His name was Ishwar Gosha. He had a turban on his head. Men's very bones trembled before him. I remember having seen him during my boyhood. Is a deputy magistrate a person to be trifled with? Serve him whom you are already serving. The mind becomes soiled by serving but one master, and to serve 5 masters. Once a woman became attached to a Musalman and invited him to her room. But he was a righteous person. He said to her that he wanted to use the toilet and must go home to get his water jar for water. The woman offered him her own. But he said, "No, that will not do. I shall use the jar to which I have already exposed myself. I cannot expose myself before a new one." With these words he went away. That brought the woman to her senses. She understood that a new water jar, in her case, signified a paramour. Narendra was in straitened circumstances on account of his father's unexpected death. He had been seeking a job to maintain his mother, brothers, and sisters. He had served a few days as headmaster of the Vidyasagar school at Bobazar. Adhar, may I ask if Narendra would accept a job? Master, yes, he would. He has his mother, brothers, and sisters to support. Adhar, well, Narendra can support his family with 50 or with 100 rupees. Will he try for 100? Master, worldly people think highly of their wealth. They feel that there is nothing like it. Sambhu said, "It is my desire to leave all my property at the lotus feet of God." But does God care for money? He wants from his devotees knowledge, devotion, discrimination, and renunciation. After the theft of the jewelry from the temple of Radhakanta, Mathur Babu said, "O God, you could not protect your own jewelry. What a shame." Once he wanted to give me an estate and consulted Ride about it. I overheard the whole thing from the Kali temple and said to him, "Please don't harbor any such thought. It will injure me greatly." Adhar, I can tell you truthfully, sir, that not more than 6 or 7 persons like you have been born since the creation of the world. Master, how so? There certainly are people who have given up everything for God. As soon as a man gives up his wealth, people come to know about him. But it is also true that there are others unknown to people. Are there not such holy men in Upper India? Adhar, I know of at least one such person in Calcutta. He is Devendranath Tagore. Master, what did you say? Who has enjoyed the world as much as he? Once I visited him at his house with Mathur Babu. I saw that he had many young children. The family physician was there writing out prescriptions. If, after having 8 children, a man doesn't think of God, then who will? If, after enjoying so much wealth, Devendranath hadn't thought of God, then people would have cried shame upon him. Niranjan, but he paid off all his father's debts. Master, keep quiet. Don't torment me any more. Do you call anyone a man who doesn't pay off his father's debts if he is able to? But I admit that Devendranath is infinitely greater than other worldly men who are sunk in their worldliness. They can learn much from him.